Joining us today is Damian Connelly, Director and Principal Consulting Engineer, Mineral Engineering Technical Services, who will be speaking at IIR's FeTech 2010 on the 14th to 16th of September in Fremantle. Hello Damian, thanks for joining us.
Oh, how are you going?
First of all, Damian, how is magnetite developing as a viable alternative or addition to hematite?
Well, I guess the history in Australia is that we've focused on hematite, DSO type ores, Tom Price, Mount Whaleback, because they were such high grade, sticking out of the ground, easy to mine and process. As it is, the rest of the world's been actually processing and selling magnetite for many, many years. We're a bit late into the process. We've got some very good magnetite deposits. Magnetite, though, does require crushing, grinding, and at the end of the day, not all magnetites actually meet the specification, but if you've got the right deposit, you can produce a very good project. And I would say at the moment, yes, there's a number of projects which are progressing down the track. The quality of the product's excellent, very clean, so as a viable alternative, absolutely.
Can you just go into a bit more depth about some of the other benefits and problems with magnetite compared with hematite?
Magnetite typically can be used to produce pellets, and pellets are ideal for blast furnace because you can get very high production rates. You can pre-flux the pellets. In addition, usually magnetite doesn't have problems with phosphorus. It's usually a very clean feed, high-grade feed. And in addition, there are also some energy benefits in terms of magnetite, because when magnetite converts to hematite, it actually generates energy. So magnetite, some magnetite concentrates can go into sinter, but generally it tends to go into producing pellets, and pellets sell as a premium grade product.
And how is Australian magnetite competing on the global markets?
Yeah, look, I think Australian magnetite can compete very close to China, Southeast Asia, so we have an advantage in terms of proximity. There are people set up with pellet plants, so we can sell concentrate, or some of the projects will probably make pellets here as well.
And what are your predictions for the future of Australian iron ore planning and production?
I think in the future, you're not going to be able to replace deposits like Tom Price and Mount Whaleback, because they are unique high-grade deposits. I think the future for the Australian iron ore industry is magnetite, and there are some very large deposits there, or some of the other banded iron, detrital, bedded iron. And a lot of those deposits, the goethites and so on, will all require beneficiation. So, you know, we've taken a lot of the cream. There'll be a lot more blending, beneficiation of iron ores to produce concentrates which can go into sinter, so on and so forth.
You're speaking at IIR's FeTech conference, taking place on the 14th to 15th of September in Fremantle. What will you be discussing in your presentation?
Oh, in the presentation we'll be discussing a number of things. We'll be talking about the difference between hematite, goethite, magnetite. We'll be looking at the different production regimes. We'll be talking about test work, beneficiation. We'll be talking about undertaking studies, typical infrastructure costs, operating costs, and suitability in the market. So it'll be quite broad.
And what do you hope this event will achieve for the industry as a whole?
I think it's a good opportunity for people to get together. There's a lot of new entrants into the iron ore industry. It's been dominated by a few. There's a huge growing demand from India and China and Southeast Asia and so on. And I think for the people that are trying to develop projects, I think it'll be very beneficial.
Damian Connelly, many thanks for your time.
No problems, James. Thank you.